thing about that word fellowship. As I mentioned, we often use it to describe good times that we have together around the table, fun, laughter, visiting, talking. The Bible never uses the word fellowship that way. That's interesting. It never uses the word fellowship to mean the good times that Christians have among themselves. It talks about the fellowship of ministry. In fact, many times people who fellowship with you in the ministry, they're called fellow laborers. It talks about our fellowship of giving as we share what we have with those who are having a hard time, who are going without. There's the fellowship of suffering that we have in common with Christ and with his body around the world. There's the fellowship of sharing the gospel, and there are other similar ways that it's used, but it's never used as a synonym for fun. And yet, because of this love that Christ gives us for one another, is it a joy to serve with other brethren? Is it a joy to give and meet needs? Is it a joy to take the persecution that the world throws at you the way that they threw it at the prophets that were before you? Because of the love that Christ has given us for one another and for him, there is a joy in the fellowship that the Bible does describe. And this is all based upon our salvation. So I'm going to finish talking about fellowship with this. Sometimes you'll hear people talk about how, pray for so-and-so. He's backslidden. He's out of fellowship with God. All right, now hold on. That's not how the word fellowship is used in the Bible. If you're a child of God, you're never going to be out of fellowship with him. To say that somebody is out of fellowship with God is saying that they lost their salvation. He needs to get back in fellowship with God. I say he needs to get saved again. No. That relationship is inviolable. That fellowship, the kind that he's talking about, cleanses us from all sin. No child of God is ever literally out of fellowship with him. So, well, wait a minute, Pastor Lyons. Surely when a Christian sins, something bad happens. Yes, something bad does happen, but that's just not the biblical way to describe it. Look at the next verse, verse number 4. Verse number 4 says, and these things write we unto you, that your joy may be full. Sin cannot break your fellowship, but it will kill your joy.